once the annotation part is done, I have covered this thing, right? Before group and after group, we will see in some time, but let's understand first the practical implementation of this. So let's create one more class so that things will be clear. So I'm creating a class and I'm saying that this is login page test, and I want to do something on login page test. Okay, so what I want to do, I don't want to waste the time. I have a bit like code. What are the things I want to do? I'll tell you one by one what we are doing. Let me copy this code and then I'll tell you what I'm doing. So here I'll create the test cases, correct? Obviously. So I will say @test, just a minute, @test, and I will have test cases. So public void login check. I'm giving as of now this. I will change the function name. Don't worry. And I'll have this code. Is it good to have these many lines in a test case? It's fine, but it should serve a purpose. Correct? So let's create different test cases. My first test case is to check the title. So this is basically checking the login page title. This is basically to check login page title. And the function test case name should be actually verify or validate login page title. Okay. Obviously, first thing what we will have is WebDriver tr is equals to new Chrome driver, and yeah, that's it. So my test case is this. I'll explain you what we are doing. This test case is done. What it is, it's very simple. This test case is basically going here, pst.techleft, this one, going to the, if see here, as of now the title is techleft test. When I click here, the title is login. So I want to check whether login is this, title is coming as login or not. That is my check. Fine. Second test case, which is verify contact link available, right? So this is basically the test public void, sorry, spelling mistake, public void. I'm thinking, yeah, validate contact link present or displayed. You can give any name. So this is my test case to check something. Hold on. Hold on. Yeah, till this. What we are checking in this code is when you are on the login page, this contact link should be visible. That you want to check. Okay. Don't worry about this weight and all. Let me delete this. Don't worry. let me delete this. This test case is not required. And after that, uh, we want to check, we want to do login actually after this. So at the rate test public void validate error message on message when invalid credential. Okay. This is a very meaningful test case name, and in real also you should do something like this. Okay, fine. Okay, this is extra bracket. Let's overcome these errors first. So what it is saying, driver dot find it, yeah, by. So you have to import by of class, that's fine. Assertion, that I will talk about. The thing is, assertion is related to what you want to validate at the end. So let me first actually just say, importing the assert part. Okay, now they don't know what is dr, correct? So basically it is expecting this, that you will do these things first. Just a minute. Yeah, then web element. So for that I am importing it. Then this also do not know what is dr, so basically this one. Okay, and yeah, here some email will come. I will say test at the rate test.com. Password is abcd, and thread.sleep we have put, that's why we have to keep throws declaration. Done. Don't worry about the code as of now. We are not understanding the code, like what we are doing. We have done somehow these things already, right? Understand that we are arranging our test cases, right? So this, I'll go through. First test case is verifying the login page title. What we are doing, we are opening the browser. We are saying we want to open this particular website. Then we are saying we want to click on the login link. What it is basically, this is basically clicking here. Then what I want to do, so this is a function to get the page title. The function is dr.getTitle, which will give you what is the title for the current page. This one, title. Okay. So get title will give you a string. So you are storing it in a string. This is your actual title, which will come at the execution time. For every test case, you have some expected result and one actual result. What is my expected title? My expected title is login. Now what I can do, I can print the actual title if you want. But basically I have to compare this to actual title with the expected title, correct? This will give me true or false. So I'm storing it whether both are equal or not. If both are not equal, it will say false, and my test case should fail whenever expected condition is not matching with the actual condition, or expected result with the actual result. If it is not matching, basically I should declare a test case as failed. That is what happened in the testing. So I am checking that my actual title is matching with the expected title or not. Now but that will just checking. You are storing it in a variable. But how to put it as a test validation is through assert class. Okay. So assertion tool class is there. What it does is it provides lot of assert functions. One of them is assert true. What I'm checking is assert true. How it works is it checks whether this value is true or not. It checks whether this value is true, boolean, true or not. If it is true, test case will be passed. If this is false, test case will be failed. And whenever it will fail, it will pass this message. It is very smart. And we are putting it this in double quote. This is your customized message that when a test case fail, I will say title is not matching. It's like this. In the second test case, we want to validate whether contact link is present or not. Here, if you see, once I am in this page, I just want to check this contact link is present or not. So what we are doing? We are doing the same thing, opening the browser and all, and then we have contact element, how we are getting it. It's like driver dot find element all. Don't worry about what I have written here. It's like finding that contact link element. Okay. Once it is done, I am checking that contact element is displayed or not. So there is a function with any element, you can say dot, and there are two things: is displayed, is enabled, is selected. So you can check for any web element whether it is displayed, whether it is enabled. Both are different things. Displaying doesn't mean that it will be enabled. It may be possible that one element is displayed, but it is disabled. Disabled means it fades away. Correct? So it's a different thing. Is selected means it is, checked or not, selected or not. In the drop down, if you see, it automatically changes the color when you select something. A radio button, when it is selected, it will show a dot in. When a checkbox is selected, it will be a right mark will be there. So in that sense, there is a function which says is selected. We will see it later on. As of now, we want to check whether it is displayed or not. So is displayed will give you true or false. So I'm storing it here and I'm checking that contact element should be visible. So this will be true. If that is false, then we want to show this message. It's like this. And our last test case is verify the error message when invalid credential is coming. Okay. So basically one more code will come here when you execute this. Let me execute it so that at the end I will come and I'll show you what I'm saying. So I am executing this. Observe that there will be 3 times browser will open and 3 different test cases will be executed. So have you observed that it is executing 3 test cases done, and these 3 test cases are executed in 3 different browser. That's fine. What I was saying, I have to check this message is coming or not. So I should inspect it. And let me write the code quickly. Don't worry about what XPath and all I am taking. Okay, I want to do it very quickly. So there is a page card. This, let me write it like Control F. This is my class, and inside that I have dot red dot indicator. Don't worry about
what XCSS selector I am making. That is not the thing which we want to discuss. We want to discuss about assertion, right? How we will do. So I'll say string actual error message is equals to dr dot find element by dot CSS selector, this one dot get text, because I want to text from that. This is my actual, and let's assume my expected error message is equals to, my expected error message is this, or maybe in the requirement document or in the Jira ticket, you must have this uh, thing when you do manual testing, right? Same thing here. This is my expected. Now, what I will say here, just a minute, this code, I want to put it here. And basically, I will say assert. I'll say assert dot assert true. What should be true? What should be true? That actual error message dot should be equals to expected error message. If it is not equal, if it is not equal, then I want to show a message that error message not equal, or some problem with the error message. That also you can see. Now, let me close all the current browser and we will run this again, so that it will be a fresh run. I'll right click because I just want to, okay, there is an error. Still there is, okay, semicolon is not there. How I got that there is error? If you observe at the right hand side, there is a bar and it is showing me red bar here, a horizontal bar, red color. If I click here, it will go to the line where there is a syntax error. So I'll put the semicolon here and I'll execute it again. And I'll show you the report only. In the next session, we'll talk more about how it has happened, what other things we can do in this test case, what are the repeated steps we have here, how we can optimize those things. We'll talk about a lot of things. It is executing. Have you observed that the third test case executed first, right? And there was no proper sequence. If you have observed that the test case execution did not happen in the way it is written, right? So validate error message is executed first, then validate contact is executed, then this verify login page title is executed. Because we have not given any priority, so don't assume that how it will be executed. If you will give the priority, then it will execute based on the priority. As of now, I just want to show you the result. So here, if you will refresh this, refresh, you will get the test output folder. There you have emailable report. And there is report is saying that you have 3 test cases. These are your test cases name. This test case took 18,426 milliseconds. This test took 3892 milliseconds. This took, this 4102 milliseconds means 4 seconds around. Total execution time was 26 seconds. 26, 1000 milliseconds something is same as 26 seconds. So this is a complete report which you will be able to see. If any test case is failed, it will show you the failure report also. That we will see tomorrow. We will explicitly make one or two test case failed and we will see what is happening.